Hello guys, this is Nitin Power. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll learn about how to download the Apache JMeter, which is widely used for performance testing and which is also open source. So we'll download this JMeter and we will use the JMeter to run our sample API. So basically, the performance testing nowadays is considering the most critical part of any business launch or like any product launch, because you want to know that how much load that particular application can bear, when it will get braked, or like under what circumstances or what load it can handle. So you want to know all the details before you want to launch your product. To test the speed, reliability, the response time, and the resource usage of that particular APIs or the your web applications, that in that case, JMeter will give you the detailed idea like how many thread it can handles, when it can break, or like when the response is getting slow. So let's get started with the JMeter. So all the links to download the JMeter I will give you in the video description. So you have to click on the Apache JMeter 5.5 version. The prerequisite is that you should have the Java 8 plus version installed on your systems. So how to check that? You go to your command prompt and you run the Java hyphen version. So you'll know that whether Java is installed and which version is installed on your machine. If you don't have Java, so prerequisite is that for JMeter you should have the Java installed on your machine. So I'm considering that Java is installed on your machine. So once you download this zip file, compressed zip file get download. Once you've done that, you open it, you go to the bin folder. Under bin folder, you have to find the Windows batch file. So double click to it. So it will initiate the JMeter. You minimize this and maximize this. So this is how your JMeter will look like. So under this, so by default you'll have a test plan. So you can give any name respect to your project for that test plan. So we want to like test any API using more than 10, 20 threads, or like users. You want to see the performance, how that API performs. So how you can do that? First of all, under test plan, right click on it. You have to add the threads. Here you can say that users. So you'll add the thread group, give the thread group a name. By default, I'm keeping it as a thread group, or you can change it accordingly. Under that, you can see the thread properties, number of threads means how many users should, or like they are hitting that request. So it's up to you. So if you just for the sample purpose, I'm giving here 10. But as per your project requirement, if that API is expecting 1,000, 2,000, or 5,000, or like 500 requests per second per minute, based on that you can add this number of threads. So currently I'm giving it that 10. Here you can see that loop count is there. So how many times it should get looped? So if I don't give any loop count, so only 10 users will hit that request and I'll get the response accordingly. But if I said here loop count is also again 10, so in this case what will happen? 10 users will get looped 10 times. Okay? Once you define your thread group and you provide all the properties, you have to provide your HTTP request. So how you can do that? Under add, right clicked on it, that thread group, add, under sampler, you can see that HTTP request. So HTTP request, you can provide the name of that particular request. You have to provide the server name, the protocol is whether it's HTTPS or HTTP. HTTP request type like it's a GET request, POST request, or the head or options, press delete patch. Then you have to provide the path, and if that request has parameters, then you can provide that. But like currently I'm showing you the sample request, so let's consider this. So there are many free API samples are available, so I'm using one of them. So what I will do, I'll copy this link address, I'll go to my, so normally this is the your API link, but here in Apache you have to divide those into different part. So here protocol, so my, this is HTTPS. So what I will do, control X, control V, server name is your this API dot coindex.com, till that dot com is my server name or IP. After that, the remaining part is my path. Got it? So this is how you have to divide your any API sample into the server name, path, and the protocol. Once you do that, you need to check whether your request is get passed or not. So how you can do that? You have to create a listener. Under listener, there are many other options are available. So I'll show you one, view result tree. So in view result tree, I'll get all the requests, how many times that request got hit. So let me again show you. Firstly, what happened? We created a test plan. By default, it was there. Under that, we right clicked over there and we added the thread group. So this is my thread group. Under that, we have explained number of threads, how many users should be hit, and the loop count. Under thread group, I have added the HTTP request. Over there, I mentioned the path and the API server name, and I added the result tree. So how to run this? If you click over here, start, so this will get started. You should save your test plan before running it. As you said yes, so it will ask you to save this. I'll save it as sample. Okay, it got saved. Now if I run this, you can see here, see, because we have given here 10 users and the loop was 10, so that's why these many requests are getting hit every time. And now every time I'm getting this response, whether it is success or failure, all the requests got executed successfully. And here you can check the request, its response data and response header, all the things you can see it for that particular API. So this is how in the JMeter you can create a thread group and how you can execute any request using the number of threads, different number of threads. In my upcoming videos, I will show you what are different options available for you to add different parameters over there, how you can do that. If you have any questions on this, do let me know. I'll try to answer your questions. Thank you so much.